Time zone, JD's and Lentilman. Welcome to Iodine. I'm your host, Benny. And today we are doing some writing. So let's get into it. Hey there, Matt. Hey there, Batman. I'm doing alright. How are you guys doing? That's good to hear, that man. I understand you're scared. I would be willing to talk about it, but let's try and keep it into the DMs, alright? Okay, I'm gonna do something today. Nice, nice. Enjoy your writing a police story. If you want any input or to, discuss some whatevers, some ideas or whatever, feel free. What you streaming right now, Matt? I think you told me your whole schedule, but I don't remember it. I think you said maybe you were doing Naruto today? Nice, nice. Get those Ninja Dragon Balls or whatever. I didn't watch Naruto. Yeah, make sure that Mount Rushmore City is nice and safe. Alright, in the meantime, while stuff is loading, I'm actually gonna have ChatGPT do something for me. All right. Briefly describe The King in Yellow by Robert W. Chambers. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go to ChatGPT, and we're just gonna start a new one using advanced reasoning. This chat will be for general purposes. Describe The King in Yellow by Robert W. Chambers. And describe the city of Carcosa by Hey there, Twiglet. How are you doing today? Happy... Oh, it's only Thursday, isn't it? It's almost Friday for you guys. So, happy Thursday night. How are you? What are you up to? Wow, that's a lot. Overview of The King in Yellow by Robert W. Chambers, 1895. Although not every story in the collection deals with the supernatural, the unifying motif is the eerie curse text that repeatedly surfaces, hinting at unseen cosmic forces. Ambrose Bierce, yeah. The Forbidden Play, Influence and Legacy. Just bored. Boredom sucks. It's definitely... There were some studies done that when a person experiences boredom, the same neurons in their brain fires as if they were experiencing pain. So, like, being bored can literally be painful for people. So yeah, I hope I'll do what I can to try and reduce your boredom. But I gotta tell you, unless you like looking at texts, this may be a little boring for you, because I'm doing writing today. I'm just running my science fiction, but at the moment I'm talking with ChatGPT about helping me make some AI generations. Okay, so I'm gonna ask it, describe the King in Yellow using visual descriptors. Using short visual descriptors delimited by vertical pipes. Without commas. Alright, this should give me a decently sized list of stuff. What's the position of the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister is basically... Nathan is talking about a book that he's writing. But, like, basically the position of a Prime Minister is essentially like the president of any other country. But specifically, they're not the king. They're elected representatives, whereas the king just comes in as, you know. You know what? Actually, Twiglet here, I believe. Twiglet here is from the UK. So she probably actually knows a little bit more about a prime minister versus, like, you know, the king and stuff. I believe that prime minister is the de facto head of the government, right? But importantly, they're elected and not just brought in because they were born into it, right? Describe the Yellow King using an extensive list of short visual descriptors without commas and delimited by vertical pipes. Okay. It did pretty good. Yeah, prime ministers are elected. They're all shite, though. Yeah, I've definitely heard, well, I mean, I know the past few prime ministers have been pretty bad. Was Liz Truss, was she actually prime minister? For like 8 days or something? You don't like it when Americans say shite? I could do my my English accent for you if you want. Nah, it would probably scare you off. I don't want to do that. Okay, I'll stick away from doing my British accent, even though I think it's amazing. But you know, Tahiti. Oh no, that's Thithi Gaming. Matt, where did you get Thithi from? I have a goddamn plan, Arthur. You see, since I'm American, I can do an American West accent. I'm allowed to do it. You guys in the UK, though, you're not allowed, because that's our accent. Well, that's a good boy. I've got a plan, John. Tahiti. Your ex-girlfriend called you Thithi. Where does that come from? Does that come from like a French thing? I like it. I think it's pretty cool. But I could see how Twiglet could confuse it with Tahiti. Tahiti? Alright, let's do that. That will be our 1, 2. Let's do 5 to 10. And then we're gonna go back over to ChatGPT. Theater. Oh. Ah. Timothy Roosevelt? Nate, what are you talking about, bud? Alright, so now, ChatGPT, describe... Here. I'll just copy this. And then describe Carcosa. Using an extensive list of short visual descriptors without commas and delimited by vertical pipes. And as it does that, I'm going to do 1 to 2. And then I will put the next ones in here. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Twiglet. I really appreciate it. Have yourself a good rest of your night. Okay. A automatic. All right, let's do some generations, shall we? Good throw, Matt. Good throw. I appear in the book. Cool. Alright, so now let's go ahead and start actually doing some writing. I've seen your name in our ledger. Meow, meow, meow. So tell me about my character in your book. Interesting. Am I an English cop or a cop from the US that contacted the Prime Minister? I'm receiving a phone call. It says spam risk. So let's ignore that. Get declined, scrub. Are you a big fan of the Naruto anime? Matt? Or do you just really like the game? Or maybe you're a manga fan. Can't really talk about it because I haven't seen it, but I'd like to hear what you think about it. What do you like about it? U.S. cop that has been dragged to that mission. Is this the one that's taking place in Italy? So you got, if it is, you got a bunch of different, you know, seems like it's got some international political intrigue going on. I'm down. There's a new movie coming out with Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett called Black Bag. And it looks really interesting. Hey there, boyo. I was wondering if you'd pop on. You never posted your, the music you were working on. Hey, tell Moss I said happy P-Day. Happy P-Day, Moss. Here, you can clip that and send it to her if you want. Tell her I hope her birthday is full of experience of existence after having been birthed. She'll know what that means. Okay. Let's start, I'm describing the guy who's in charge of, who's inspired by the King in Yellow. There was, however, one other standout. Whoa, who was that? Vivian asked. She didn't need to point him out, as Dell was very much aware of his existence the moment the man entered his eye line. Yeah, that's Alaric Voss, Dell said. As you can tell, he's a bit eccentric, even more so than anyone else here, which is not easy to do. Dell chuckled to himself. Kinda reminds me of that Bond villain, but instead of gilding a woman, he likes to cover himself in gold. Yellow, actually, Vivian was compelled to correct him. The man was solid yellow from head to toe. In addition to his wardrobe, his skin, hair, and even his eyes were the same perfect yellow hue. If his appearance wasn't loud enough, Vivian could see the matching yellow color extended beyond his physical body and beaming like a star. Does he? Vivian asked. Dell cocked his head. Turned women yellow or whatever. She made Dell laugh, but continued. I mean, what does he do? He's also in biotech. Has his hands in plenty of pies, but his organ cloning business is the largest in the galaxy. It's called Carcosa. Dell shook his head. Kind of a terrible name, in my opinion. I'd rather not be reminded of a carcass when I need an organ transplant. But considering... Let's move my mouse up here. Considering how big his business is... but considering how big his company is... I might be the only one who feels that way. Fun fact, after the end of Book 2, Ben gets accused of stolen valor for wearing Michael and Soph's dog tags. And he says the most badass thing back to the person. I have fought the corruption for 145 years. I've watched my whole family die. I've been at all of their funerals. I wore their dog tags to respect and remember them. What don't you understand, Matt? I haven't heard this song. I mean, give us a little bit more about what you don't understand. Like, kind of been talking about a bunch of different things. Dog tags, like, how ubiquitous are they? I assume since you're talking about it, people in the UK and in Ireland probably use dog tags in their military. But that makes me wonder, do French use dog tags? Is that something that Matt might be confused about? If Batman is here, do they use dog tags in their military? I wonder how ubiquitous it is. Like, is it something that pretty much every military does? Or... And yeah, stolen valor is something like basically somebody who pretends to be like a a veteran, like somebody who wears like military clothes and wears dog tags, and like even though they're a civilian now, somebody who looks like they were in the military and maybe talks about how they were in the military when they actually weren't, or somebody who claims to be a combat veteran but never actually saw any combat, or something like that. Yeah, a lot of veterans don't like people like that. Like, don't like people that are pretending to be veterans, and I get it. Like, going through stuff like that is a tough deal. Yeah, okay, we can, avoid that. I just wanted to know if dog tags, like, for a story's sake, were something. I just wondered what places use them. I think it's like most allies from World War II probably used them. It was like let's use them in World War II. All quiet on the Western Front. Okay. And you're not really sure about the Irish. Okay. This one definitely reminds me of Yellow King-ish style, whatnot. Should I make book 3 take place 500 years after book 2? I thought you already had a book 3 planned out. But, I do love me a significant time jump. That's good stuff. So I say yes. Boom, boom, boom. I think you may have told me a little bit about it, but forgive me if I don't really remember much. Okay, so I don't know if I have anything they should really talk about. I don't even know if they should really be introduced to this guy. Alaric Voss. Because his story is not one that's really going to be featured much in this. I don't think I'm even going to reference him again. Part is out. Good job. Yeah, man. And have him be the antagonist of a different book. Well, there's a plan for him. So basically, Alaric Voss has become obsessed with the book The King in Yellow by Robert W. Chambers. Which is a real book. A series of short stories that revolve around a play that when you perform the play or you read the what's it called? The play script? I can't say script. When you read the play, it makes you go insane. And this is like the fiction of the story. So like when you try and read the play as it was originally written, it causes you to go insane. And so the stories in the books of The King in Yellow are from people who are recounting the play, even though they've kind of either lost their marbles, or I think one of the people who's recounting it already had like some brain damage, and so like they weren't affected by it as much or something. But so the play discusses the titular person, the King in Yellow, who is the king that lives in a place called Carcosa, which is a city that's like outside of the realm of normal human comprehension, I guess. You know, your classic eldritch, wild, you know, crazy place. And so my character, what did I say his name was? Alaric Voss. He's read the book by Robert W. Chambers, The King in Yellow, and read the stories. And when he was young, he became obsessed with it, and that obsession carried him through the rest of into his adult life. Hey, Y, how are you doing? So, he became so obsessed with The King in Yellow that, he, with the help of an artificial intelligence, an artificially intelligent like assistant or whatever, started developing a plan to try and bring the King in Yellow to life, to bring him into the real world from this fiction piece. And he does this by attaining an insurmountable amount of wealth and starting these biotech companies that clone organs, and he starts designing, you know, genetically designing this, what he feels is the King in Yellow. He feels compelled to do this thing, and he even goes so far as to take over an entire planet, where his main headquarters for creating this creature are. And he calls the place Carcosa, naming it after the King in Yellow's, the city that's in the King in Yellow. Now, Carcosa in the real world was actually created by where is it? Ambrose Bierce. Originated in Ambrose Bierce's short story, An Inhabitant of Carcosa from 1886. So, yeah. been working on creating my own word game for stream. It's interactive with creating your own word game. How are you doing that? That's awesome. Book 3's main premise will be the repetition of history. In what way, Poyo? So, anyway, about this this character. So, I want to write a little bit of a short story just about him, creating the King in Yellow, in his city, his planet that he calls Carcosa. Nice. So are you programming it yourself? In C#. Good stuff. Good stuff. I learned a bit of C++ years ago. And a little bit of Python. Knew a little bit of did a little bit of basic. Did a little bit of I mean HTML. CSS. I've probably done enough programming to be able to like read most languages and kind of understand like what a program is like trying to do, you know. But I don't think I have enough to, you know, write whole programs from scratch, you know. I could never keep up with it to that point. So tell me about the game. Is it like the one that we were playing the other day? So yeah, this guy, Alaric Voss. I really only want him to be a very small reference in this story. There's no locks but a timer. That's cool, boyo. Add a little bit of tension to it. Yeah, Nathan. Go, Nathan. London. Is this your guy? Is your detective? Your police? Cop? Lorenzo Bellavita, a fictional monster who has his own mafia in Italy and is wanted by the whole world for the crimes he has committed. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. Benny. Greetings, Prime Minister of UK. My name is Benjamin Benny. My name is Benjamin Benny. I'm here on a mission to stop a disgusting man who is destroying Italy and poisoning the surrounding countries with his crime, drug sales, destruction, and stealing other people's property. Racketeering, prostitution, and who knows what else. Cool, man. I'm glad to hear that, man. Use I might be the only one that feels that way. Nice, good catching the frog. Hey, is that Captain Ginyu? Get it? Get it, Matt? You get it. I hope your doctor's visit goes well. It had alternative storylines and you had troubles with Ginyu. Really? Oh, okay. Did you guys ever play Legacy of Goku on the Game Boy Advance? I think it was basically like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot before they made Kakarot. Hmm. The man's name is Alaric Boss. He names his company and the world it is based on Carcosa, after the location featured in The King in Yellow and these stories by Ambrose Bierce. And other subsequent writers. He is attending a gala that haha, he has the blinking cursor syndrome. That's very good. That's very good. I do have blinking cursor syndrome in a lot of cases. He's attending that gala that Vivian and Dell are at. But I'm having trouble coming up with a reason why Dell might want to interact with him or just carry on the story with only a brief reference to the character. I do not want to write the detailed story about Alaric's attempts to recreate the King in Yellow in this story. Blinking cursor syndrome. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. How are you doing, Laughing? Have I given you a follow? I have. Drawing Band in Book 3. I'm still rewriting Book 1. Cool, man. Cool. Are you making any significant changes to them? Alaric Hales. Why are you saying Alaric Hale, not Alaric Voss?
If you want to keep Alaric Hale's presence subtle without diving deep into his narrative, here are a few concise but effective ways to introduce him into Vivian and Dell's gala storyline. Option 1, professional connection, minimal detail. Dell recognizes Alaric Hale as a major investor in various OTech industries, including pharmaceuticals and cybernetics. Dell briefly mentions to Vivian that Hale's involvement lends significant credibility to the event. They exchange a polite greeting, briefly acknowledge each other's importance, and then part ways. Brief, subtle mention to show interconnectedness, no deeper interaction needed. Example dialogue. Dell leaned closer to Vivian, his voice discreet. That's Cassian Hale, one of Carcosa's top investors. He's obsessed with some esoteric art project. I hear he's pouring fortunes into recreating obscure old plays. Strange fellow, but his money funds half the research here. Optionally, if you want a stronger hook without going into deep detail. 2. Brief hint of mystery or suspicion. Dell expresses mild discomfort upon seeing Alaric. Perhaps he hints to Vivian, without full explanation, that Alaric Hale's recent ventures have been somewhat controversial, even disturbing, within corporate circles. Dell purposely avoids interacting with him, though Alaric catches Vivian's eye briefly, adding an undercurrent of mystery to the event. Example, Alaric Hale is here, Dell murmured softly, eyeing the elegantly dressed figure across the ballroom. Is that significant? Vivian asked gently. Dell hesitated before replying. He's funding critical projects, like your beloved museum. But there are rumors. His interests run strange. He shook his head lightly. Perhaps another time. Additional approaches, networking opportunity. Dell briefly seeks an introduction solely for networking purposes. Alaric's funding is crucial for Dell's own philanthropic or research goals, and an introduction may pave the way for future business opportunities, even if only a passing nod. Personal connection through family or past interaction. Dell might have a family or personal connection through his business dealings. He could briefly introduce Vivian to Alaric out of politeness, a brief encounter hinting at future relevance. These methods allow you to acknowledge Alaric Hale's presence meaningfully without needing to fully explore his darker narrative until you're ready.
That's not bad. So, laughing. What you writing? Okay. Yeah, here we go with the blinking cursor syndrome. It's just this character is not gonna be important to this specific story. If he's not important, I don't really want to write too much about him. But I think it'll be weird if I just mention this dude that's just perfectly yellow for no apparent reason, you know? Seems like an interesting fellow. Seems like an interesting fellow, Ian said. Interesting is... interesting word to describe him. Are you going to introduce? Hey, he's doing the Naruto run. Classic. Man, Goku was doing the Naruto run long before Naruto was. You know the reason they invented that, right? It was basically just to make the animation easier. So they didn't have to draw every frame of their arms, you know, moving. And so it's been done in anime for a long time. I'm sure even Dragon Ball wasn't the first one to do it. You know, this guy with the red symbol, Goro? Oh my god, look at that thing. I used to use a picture of him as my avatar for a while, even though I'd never seen an episode of Naruto. Yeah, punch his forehead. Yeah. Gara. See, I didn't even know the guy's name. Yeah, you made a mistake punching the ground there, dude. Now your hand's gonna be all hurt. Oh, this is good. Casper's Labyrinth, I love it. already... Glad you're so happy, man. Yeah, Captain, can you spit at that thing? Hope you'll be able to have a good night's sleep tonight, man. That's good stuff. Was that the final boss, Matt? Good job on beating that dude. Gara monster or whatever. Interesting. So, you know him. Not really. Never met him in person, but his eccentricities. Heck yeah, I'm ready for Final Battle Round 2. I see that person, Jared Helios, posted a dance of Stitch in your chat. But I saw a trailer for a new Lilo and Stitch with CGI, live action Lilo and Stitch. And I gotta say that live action Stitch, quote unquote live action Stitch, looks pretty cute. Alora's assist parkour. Oh, I was gonna read the whole thing in French. Breed rumors. Bread. Several. Rumors. Moss said, thanks, man. Took a while to get that message over. More than a few rumors. Oh. Vivian raised an eyebrow in interest. Interest was piqued. At the prospect of ultra rich gossip. Do tell. Love you too, Batman. Debut do combat. Omelette do combat. Yeah, omelet from eggs. That's we were talking a little bit about it last night. That's basically the thing in French that I know how to say is omelette du fromage. And the only reason I know how to I know that French phrase, which is omelette with cheese in French, is because of an episode of Dexter's Lab. Yeah, there was an episode of Dexter's Lab where Dexter, in trying to study for like a French class thing, like a test or something, he uses a device that teaches him French while he sleeps, and it's basically a tape recorder with headphones that just, you know, plays like a French recording, like a, you know, somebody saying a bunch of phrases in French. But soon after he goes to sleep, the tape gets stuck and it starts repeating the specific phrase, omelette du fromage. And when Dexter wakes up in the next morning, he finds out that because the tape has been playing just omelette du fromage all night, he finds that that's the only thing that he can do. The only thing that he can say is omelette du fromage. And at first it's really annoying. He kind of freaks out that it's the only thing he can say, but it turns out that he like passes the French test with flying colors. He starts getting really popular, and there's a gif of this girl that gets close to Dexter, and she's like flirting with him, and like he's attracting all the chicks, and she like gives him her ear, and he whispers omelette du fromage, like just right into her ear, and her eyes turn to hearts, and she swoons, and it's so funny. And they like love him for saying it so much that he eventually gets thrown a parade, and he's I don't know, like I think the French like give him a key to Paris or something, and like he's on cloud nine. He's super happy, but at the end of the day, when he goes back home, he tries to go into his lab, and at the door, the AI asks him, and it's like, okay, what is your passcode? And he says, omelette du fromage. And the computer is like, wrong. That's incorrect. Try again. And it turns out that he can't get into his lab because of only being able to say omelette du fromage. And it's just this dramatic irony, and it's reminiscent of like the Twilight Zone or something, but it's only really now did I even make the connection to like the Twilight Zone. It's a very Twilight Zone episode, but it is very, very funny. I might have to go watch that. Omelette du fromage. That's good. That's good stuff. I spent an entire day only saying omelette du fromage. Oh. Impassioned speeches at the UN. One day he manages to become a global superstar just saying omelette du fromage. Oh my god, you guys. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. I'm gonna do it, Matt. I'm gonna do it. One of these days, I'm gonna do an entire stream where all I say is omelette du fromage. Oh, Vivian's interest was piqued in the prospect of the ultra-rich gossip. Do tell. Word is that no other people than Mr. Voss have set foot on the planet. Oh, you know what? One moment. I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. All right. I have returned. It's, by the way, it's yin and yang, Y-I-N. I think. Double check, but, what would you have done on your 24-hour stream? Just random games like normal. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat as well. Alrighty, man. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your night. Get some sleep. Some nice, comfortable sleep. And I'll catch you probably tomorrow morning. That's a cool image, but it's not really king in yellow. Oh, that looks cool. I liked it, man. You said that was Ben, right? You said that he was wearing dog tags, right? If so, you should add the dog tags to the art. Oh. Well, it looks pretty good. I like what you did, the detail on the hair. It's good stuff. The Mr. Boss set foot on the planet. What isn't rumor is that his is almost entirely run by AI. He's not so... He's a recluse. He doesn't seem like much of a recluse. He comes to these galas. It's a fair point, but I don't think he comes very often. Fact, now I'm wondering why he's even here in the first place. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out patreon.com/BennyKill709 or buymeacoffee.com/BennyKill709. Either of these methods will help you to support me, BennyKill709, for the writing and video games and whatever I do on this thing. I'll go ahead and send you guys over to Matt here, since he's still playing Naruto. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Oh, well, too late, Matt. I'm sending him on over. But, yeah, thanks again. Catch you guys a little bit later, or tomorrow morning. Have yourself a good rest of your time zone.